Good afternoon, bantu balaba emzansi uhlelo Wandile. Apha sancokola ngezinto ezifana ne-football, the EPL right here on Fan TV. We're sitting here with a very, very influential Man United fan. Rumor goes that he's come from far to come and defend his team. I'm Wandile Lupana, and I'm definitely supporting in Manchester City. Obviously, it's the new boys in town. We're leading the log. Tell us more. Do you think you guys are going to take it?
Look, it's still too early right now. Man City is playing beautiful football. I can't deny that. I wish sometimes Mourinho would let the players play freely, and maybe have more beautiful football, which is what we are known for anyway.
You guys, as you all know, Mourinho has never lost a league in his second season. So you not having confidence in him kind of puts me on the wayside of if you have belief in the Red Devils taking it this season.
No, it's not about that. The thing is, football has changed. Look, I want Man United to win the league, but at the same time, the test hasn't come yet. I'm waiting for us to play Man City, because I think that's going to be one of the games. Those games are going to decide where the title goes.
Okay, at the same time, when you look at the top of the log, you've got Man City number 1, you've got you number 2, but we are, as Man City fans, really, really eating you guys up when it comes to the goal differences.
Yes.
Because no 7 Papa Tina. 7, voila. No 7 Papa. You guys haven't had. You got 4-0, random stuff. Obviously, it shows that Batina will be number 1, and so Amba, because Pep is a genius.
Well, I don't think he's a genius, because it's taken him.
If you
look at last season,
come on, that's unfair.
Where was the genius last season?
No, he was building. As you can see, his whole structure, his whole formation, he's got 4 formats, and he's been building. He bought in Silva, who could drop in where Xavi used to play at Barcelona, and he's got Jesus, who's playing a striker. If Kun is not feeling well, maybe a flu caught him somewhere. So we've got all the backups in the world. Nina starting lineup, 1 starting lineup, and if you guys don't have any bench.
Well, look, I hear what you're saying, and I have always had that problem with Mourinho. Even if you look at all his other clubs where he's been a coach, what he's done is he'd have like 15 players, and then there's everybody else.
Yeah.
And then most of the time, and that's one thing I never used to like about him, is that by the time you get to the end, closer to the end of the season, and there's injuries, then his teams would start winning. Yes, which happened even when he won the league with Chelsea the last time.
Yes, 100%.
Where they won the league in April,
and they brought back Drogba and all those guys to come and help out.
So they'd already won the league in April, basically. And then the rest of the games were terrible and they were losing. But that's because they were tired. And I think that's part of the reason why you need to have a squad. And I get that Man City has a squad. But what I was saying about Pep is, you could say Pep is a genius, but Pep is getting the money for what he wants to do. And I'm not saying that Mourinho isn't. I'm just saying that the EPL is a different kettle of fish. You could be plain sailing now. And I think he learned that last season. And then, but come December or January, Man City could be 2nd or 3rd. And my point is,
that's a huge call. That's a huge call.
My point is, Pep, this is not like, it's not like Germany and La Liga, where there's the top 2 teams and everybody else. You understand what I mean? So I think I am happy that he learned last season that this EPL is not pop and place. It's like the real.
And you could see his frustration going into each game, but he knew that the outcome was never guaranteed. I mean, he was losing to bottom of the log guys, and everyone was like, well, this is the genius that we hope for. But we knew in Pep, we trust Man City fans.
Is it in Pep or is it the Abu Dhabi money? Because you guys have signed the world this.
Come on, we've got Chelsea, who had the Russian mafia. You guys had the heritage and the history of the people. You guys still boast as the most profitable club in the world, over even Real Madrid. So, imali ninayo. Don't come tell us about money.
No, it's not about the money.
But we've got backing.
I'm with you. I understand. And like I'm saying, I agree with you. My point is that Pep was not gonna. He buys ready-made players.
No, but come on. This is the world. Real Madrid buys ready-made players. Everyone buys ready-made players.
Yeah.
You guys buy ready-made players.
And
how are you then pinning it on Man City?
I'm not pinning it on Man City. I'm just saying that he just had the pleasure, especially this past transfer season, of getting to sign whoever. He had like an open check.
Yes, the checkbook got opened.
And get whoever. And I'm not hating on that because we do the same when we can. But my thing is, I think maybe it's because there's like with Man United, there's a history and there's a heritage to go with it, like you're saying. And I think, unfortunately, even with Mourinho, I'm still not sure whether are we following in those steps or are we not, because now we're parking buses sometimes, and so those are the things.
You knew whenever you signed him up, Man United fans, the Red Devils knew that Jose Mourinho will definitely park the bus at a 1-0 level. He'll park it and it will be done. But coming back to the Pep story, Pep, he's one thing. Yes, he's a great tactician, but his one thing is having the ability to bring guys that are individual stars and bring them together and make one team that will thrive, that will play, that will die for them. It's like what he did with Messi. Yes, he inherited that team. Just like in Bundesliga, he inherited that team. But at the same time, he brought stars, brought them together. They played for a cause, and that's what he did. Remember that also, it's very new terrain for Pep. At the same time, we know exactly what he's capable of. And here's the second season, and 7 Papa, Manchester City fans, we're coming for you.
I don't think that's going to happen, though. When that game comes, it's not going to be...
Chelsea fans were all up in arms saying, yeah, we'll beat Man City. I'm back to 3-1. 3-1. So, Manchester, come on.
Look, the game is coming. We'll see what happens then. But like I'm saying, the thing is, it's a long season.
It is.
Pep is still going to go and be beaten by Stoke or by Burnley or something like that.
Monday night at Stoke.
Yes, that can happen. You understand what I mean?
But you don't know, because just like everyone was saying when Conte last season also was having a great unbeaten leg, and you guys came back and you were like, no, Conte will be the guy who will lose. And he didn't lose for a while. He only lost, I think, two teams, yes. And they were middle, I think it was Everton and another one. But at the same time, we have to look at the fact that Mourinho's run, and Mourinho knows psychologically how to prep the guys not to let the ball go. Not to drop. And Jose is a very hot-headed guy. Do you guys really trust in Jose?
Look, we do trust because we know that he'll... I think Jose is like a long-term stopgap.
You...
That's how I put it. And I'm a Man U fan.
Wow.
I don't see him staying more than 5 years.
But
the thing is that he's brought back stability. Because the one thing is the guy, and there's a certain balance about Jose in terms of, number one is sometimes we play beautiful football. And I think the thing is because he's got so much faith in certain players, he doesn't trust the other younger players enough to let them play.
Going back to it, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a very boastful week. Craig Shakespeare being fired. We've got some injuries that are happening. But what's the take? I know it's a ruthless league. Always happens. And no coach is left in the golden seating. Only man who ever accomplished that was Alex Ferguson. But anyone else? What do you think? Who do you think should take the job for the Leicester?
Hey, that's a tough one because Leicester. I think the real thing with Leicester is that the owners are very ambitious.
Yeah.
And I think the problem is everyone sees Leicester as a small team, but because they've tasted winning the league and being in the Champions League, it's now like basically now the lifespan of a Premier League coach is if you lose 4 games in a row, it's over.
Yeah.
So I think now it's gotten that ruthless. And hence people now would pay more for a coach. You literally pay a coach more than you pay the players. The coach is getting paid £15 million a week.
Yeah.
So £15 million a year, sorry. Because you know that he's going to guarantee you the results. Hence you get the Peps and the Mourinhos of this world. So if they want to go there, then they need to be able to pay the big money and get the big coach. and buy the big players.
Coming to that, do you think there was some collusion in how the EPL in one season got the world's best coaches? They got Jose coming into Man U, they got Pep coming into Man City, they got Conte coming into Chelsea, they got the Bayern Munich guy, the Dortmund, Klopp.
Yes.
They got Klopp coming in there. I mean, that's 4 of the world's best coaches. Do you think it'll be collusion by...
I think it's not really collusion. It's about one is the money. It's about the money. But 2 is the challenge of coaching in the Premier League, because it's not like any other league. But you must also remember, and I think I remember when the Neymar thing happened.
Yes.
The one thing that people kind of don't realize is the only reason why the La Liga guys didn't even want to let him go is because they realized that if you don't have Neymar, the only big names left in the Liga right now are Ronaldo and Messi, because Griezmann is not that much of a commercial value. But with the EPL, you can name 50 players. That if I was to say EPL, you could name 50 players.
That are really,
if you talk about coaches, you could at least name 6 coaches or 7 coaches.
100%.
So the league on a commercial and on a football level, it's now it's like gone so far ahead of everybody else, and so La Liga is also trying to catch up because they don't have big names anymore. They don't have. I mean, Suarez is not that. He's not is commercially they are not viable.
Yeah.
So and it's a blessing and a curse in many ways, especially speaking as a Man U fan, in terms of since the Adidas deal, the 75 million pounds a year or whatever it is, you can't sign just anybody, because is he going to bring, like,
You see,
what else does he bring? So when you sign a superstar, you're not signing him for his football. Probably he's a good player, we know that, but is he going to sell jerseys?
100%.
Is he going to...
The commercial value always has to make sense, I think, for anyone. But in closing, ladies and gentlemen, lastly, my G, how's your fantasy looking for this weekend?
My fantasy, you have to go Harry Kane as a striker, and probably even make him a captain if you can.
But Man City is also playing Burnley this weekend, so that means that you could have another 7 papa, 8 papa if you look at how the Man City has run this season. So,
well, look,
Kun Aguero could be a captain.
The only way you can do it is if you put the only player who can score you points at Man City, guaranteed, is De Bruyne. No, why I'm saying this is because of the assists and possible goals. The goals at Man City this season are spread.
Yeah, 100%.
So you can't go on one player and say Aguero or say...
But remember that you're looking for your most clinical. When you're looking at your most clinical guy who's going to guarantee a goal, at least a goal. Assist, remember that it's a lesser point than a goal. So Kun Aguero goal, you could even get a hat-trick. It's Burnley, for goodness sake.
But that's if he's playing.
Party, Pesh, Burnley, Namhlanje. So I'm quite sure.
No, but you think Burnley is they're like 6th or 7th or something.
But it's Man City we're talking about here, mate. It's not Man United and all the likes of the other boys. It's Man City we're talking about. Top of the notch, the cream of the crop. Eh?
Yeah, give it time.
You guys,
we only have this discussion, like I only have the discussion I generally want to have the discussion of the league in January. After the Christmas.
The Christmas break,
yes.
We'll be having fun. And we'll definitely continue this conversation. I think the likes of Keith here might have to kind of change their jerseys. It's been the
jersey will never change.
That era is gone. Alex Ferguson era is gone.
It's not about Ferguson. It's deeper than Ferguson.
Ferguson made you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good day. I hope you really enjoy the rest of your day. It is Fan Talk TV right here. It is Wandile and Keith signing out. Otherwise, from me.